Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am here at the Kaya Skin Clinic in Bandra and I have with me Dr. Sangeeta, who's going to help us out with some information regarding laser hair reduction. So let's get started. Hi doctor, thank you for being here.
Hi, my pleasure, Ankita.
Thank you. So my first question was, what is basically LHR? How does it work?
Laser hair reduction is a technology which acts directly on the roots of the hair follicles.
Okay.
So what it does is there are a lot of pigment cells at the base of the hair root follicles, and the laser acts on those and alters those, okay, and thereby ends up having an effect on the hair follicle per se to reduce its size.
Okay.
And that's how the hair that grows out from the hair follicle becomes thinner, finer and lighter.
Okay.
So what laser really does is, it's a process of hair reduction, permanent hair reduction, and over a period of time it will transform your thicker, darker, more visible hair into very fine, thin and light hair, which is not then a cosmetic problem for you at all.
Okay. But you still need some kind of maintenance, it's not removal. Permanent removal.
It's not a removal. Removal techniques are techniques like waxing, shaving, etc., which are very temporary.
Right.
You removed it and the hair comes back because you are not targeting the roots. The laser is a permanent technique which targets the roots.
Right.
And so whatever the response that you get, the reduction that you get, it is very long term and permanent.
Okay, so how many sessions are needed to get this kind of reduction or removal of hair?
Any part of the body, the number of sessions would be more or less the same, although there might be slight variations depending on whether the part of the body is hormonally sensitive or not.
Okay.
Usually we recommend a minimum of 4 to 6 sessions. And the initial sessions are usually at a month's interval, and depending on the response, then the later sessions become further and further.
Okay.
Right? And after your entire series is over, you may need 1 or 2 maintenance sessions in a year or over a period of 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
Now why is this? Is because hair grows in a cycle. There are 3 phases: anagen, catagen and telogen. So anagen is the growing phase, catagen is the resting phase, and telogen is the shedding phase.
Okay.
All laser works on the anagen phase of hair.
The growth phase.
On the growth phase, and at any given time on the scalp or the body, about 80% of your hair are in anagen.
Okay.
So when you do the first session, your laser is going to target those hair which are in anagen, and the next session it's going to target the ones which have grown again and are in anagen again, and that's how over a period of time all the anagen hair get targeted and develop the effect of laser and become thin and fine.
Okay. So what is the typical cost per session for, say, the face? If someone is undergoing the chin or the upper lip, what is the typical cost per session?
Actually, the cost is not much. It would be typically in the region of about 2,500 to 3,000 a session.
Okay. So what precautions and what kind of aftercare do you suggest that somebody should take after undergoing LHR?
Well, the joy of laser is that actually you can just get back to your normal routine immediately.
Okay.
You do need to do a little bit of sun protection. So what we do after the laser session is always apply a sunscreen.
Okay.
So you are applying your sunscreen, and if it's on the face, then you apply your normal makeup or whatever products that you're using for your day care, and you walk out back to your regular, whether it's back to home or back to work. So there's no real care required because you're sunscreening. You may get a little bit of redness which settles down on its own in a couple of hours. So that's also not something to worry about. It's not so visible that you'd be embarrassed by it.
Okay. So there's no such thing like, for 2 hours or something you cannot use makeup, you cannot use soap or something like that?
No, you can use everything. It's just your sun protection, and that also we are managing for you by applying a sunscreen immediately.
So you don't have to worry about anything?
You don't have to worry about anything. In fact, the post-care cream that we use will also have a little bit of anti-inflammatory element to it, so that it will settle out your any kind of a swelling or redness that you might have had a tendency to get. That would all settle down with it.
Okay, and my last question was, which I think a lot of people wonder about, is LHR suitable for everyone? If somebody has very sensitive skin, can they still undergo laser hair reduction?
Laser is suitable for everybody because what we are doing with laser is we are not doing a one size fits all. We are going to set the fluences, we are going to graduate the treatment according to your skin type, right? So what we look at normally, we look at your skin type and see what kind of a skin you have. So that's one very important aspect that goes into the setting of our parameters.
Okay.
Secondly, we look at the hair type. So how thick is your hair originally, and then what does it require to get the best possible results. Okay, we'll also take a very detailed medical history, right? So if you do have any underlying hormonal problems, if you do have any previous history of any kind of a reaction or a reactive skin, we would take all those into account when we finally decided what kind of fluences, what kind of settings of the laser, and at what frequencies we would do your treatments. So in a sense, laser suitable for everybody. Okay, the only space where I would really not recommend it, of course, number one, if your hair is so fine, it will not really work, right? Usually laser works on thicker hair, right? So if your hair is intrinsically from the beginning fine, then that's not a person I would recommend for laser, right? Number two, if you've already had some kind of an earlier sensitivity to laser, then I would be cautious. I may not, stop it completely, but I may be cautious and, modify the settings accordingly. And of course, if you're a woman and you're pregnant, then I would not advise you. You're pregnant or you're breastfeeding, that's the point at which I wouldn't recommend laser for you, right? Otherwise, there are not really many contraindications to laser.
Okay. I hope you all found this video informational and helpful. Thank you, doctor, so much for your time today, and I have definitely learnt a lot, and I'm really looking forward to my laser hair reduction session, which is going to be just in 10 minutes. So if you have any other queries which I may have missed out here, do leave me a comment below and we'll get it addressed from the doctor. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all soon. Bye.